guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. Well, as you guys probably know, I just got back from being on the Disney Wish. That's right, that is Disney Cruise Line's newest ship. It is actually their ship number 5 in their fleet, and I was lucky enough to be on the pre-inaugural cruise, which essentially is the cruise directly before the maiden voyage being the first real legit cruise. The cruise kind of people have to pay for is how they determine the maiden voyage. So I was lucky enough to kind of tour the ship before anyone else, and yes, it was spectacular. But I thought in tonight's video we would do kind of two things. First, I thought I would talk about the Wish just a little bit and kind of go over my pluses and minuses, if you want to call it that, the pros and cons, if that is such a thing. Plus, for those of you who love shopping, and I know a lot of you do, I'm going to share with you guys all the merchandise that not only did I purchase, but Nina kind of got for free. So I thought I would share that with you guys all in this one video. So let's get into it. First, like I said, the Disney Wish is Disney Cruise Line's newest ship, and OMG, is she gorgeous. She is beautiful. She is shiny. She is different from the other 4 ships. So right now Disney has the Magic, the Dream, the Wonder, and the Fantasy. And out of those 4 ships, 2 and 2 are very similar, but the Wish kind of blows them all out of the water. She is completely different from the first 4 out of the fleet, which is pretty exciting. So I thought I would talk to you guys kind of about the pluses I saw specifically on the Wish, things I noticed that are different from the rest of the fleet, and as well I'm going to mention a few things that were, well, either not my favorite or didn't quite live up to the expectations. But I just want to let you guys know that if you are interested in booking the Disney Wish, absolute fabulous ship. Really, the cons on my list are not that bad. You guys will hear about it, but as always, guys, I am a travel agent, and if for some reason you want a vacation on the Disney Wish or any of the other ships on the Disney fleet, go ahead and let Nina know because I can book it for you. But let's get started. So, should we start with the positives first? I think so. That is the Disney way. So, very first thing is regarding our staterooms, right? They had some additional features added to the staterooms, which, by the way, blew me out of the water. I never thought my favorite features on the Disney Wish were gonna be in my stateroom, because really when you're on a Disney cruise, you're not in your stateroom that much. Not with so much going on. You're on the pool deck, you're in cabanas, you're wherever. You're not really hanging out in your stateroom. But these few features really just knocked my socks off. So the first one, of course, is a nightlight. So if you guys have saw my Disney Cruise Line like what to pack video, I actually suggest you pack a nightlight so that you're not stumbling around in the middle of the night trying to find the bathroom. Well, the Disney Wish thought about that. They actually have a special button inside the bathroom titled Nightlight. You turn it on and it actually has like a glowing orangish red light that hits on the bottom part of the bathroom, kind of at your feet. So it's not bright and shiny in your face and it's gonna wake you up in the middle of the night. It's just enough light so you can use the restroom without waking everyone else up in your stateroom and without waking yourself up. So absolutely love this new feature of the built-in nightlight. And to go along the same lines as lights, OMG, guys, they labeled the light switches in the stateroom. I cannot tell you how much I love this. How many times have you gone to not even just a cruise, right? But a new anything, a new hotel room, and you're pressing all the buttons trying to figure out what light works with what button and what turns on what? You don't need to worry about it on the Disney Wish. It is 100% labeled for you regarding what button does what. In fact, I met the lady who kind of came up with that idea. And let me just say, yeah, rock star right there. Any mom or any parent who is constantly like, it's that button turns on the light, press that button. I love that it's labeled, love that. And going with it, I was hoping this was gonna happen. It's absolutely true, guys. Because the Disney Wish is brand new, they, thank goodness, put in a lot of outlets. OM goodness, absolutely love that. There were night lights in the bunk areas for the people sleeping in the bunks, and there were plugins everywhere, including USBs, because that is one of my #1 complaint regarding cruise ships is there's usually like one outlet. And like in today's world, we need way more than one outlet. So I can honestly say the Disney Wish, good job in terms of the lights, the labeling of the lights, and those outlets. So another one of my things that I absolutely loved about the Disney Wish was the Kids Club. Now, I did not have my kids on the cruise, but I was able to tour it, and comparing it to the other kids clubs aboard the other Disney ships, OM goodness. First of all, let me just tell you this. They have a slide. You can check your kid into the slide. They actually go down the slide and they're already checked into the kids club. It is absolutely amazing. You can literally push your kid down a slide and they come out in the hand washing station and they are in the kids club. Absolutely fantastic. One of the #1 complaints I've always had, especially when my kiddies were little, is we were constantly going up and down the stairs to drop them off from the kids club, pick them up from the kids club, and OM goodness, so many stairs. I absolutely love that they can just slide right on in. So if you're hanging out in the atrium anyway, perhaps you just went to the bar, or perhaps you just met Cinderella, whatever, you can literally just push your kids down that slide. They get checked in right there from a crew member, and they are in the kids club. It is phenomenal. Also, the little bathrooms in the kids club, too cute. The doors are just too cute. Absolutely love that. But my favorite part about the kids club is they incorporated a Star Wars area. And as someone who has actually been to Galaxy's Edge through and through, and from someone who's actually been on the Galactic Star Cruiser, you know, the fancy Star Wars hotel, this Kids Club Star Wars area is amazing. It is interactive. They actually use their Magic Band that they get from Disney Cruise Line, and they get to do some fun magical things in there. And I absolutely love the theming. There are little adorable critters on every nook and cranny, including a porg. That's right. In fact, I was thinking to myself, why didn't the Galactic Star Cruiser have a room like this? Because to me, this room aboard the Wish, it is far better than some of the rooms that were on the Galactic Star Cruiser. That's right, you heard it from me. Absolutely love the adorableness of this area aboard the Disney Wish in the Oceaneers Club, in the Kids Club area. Blew me away, thought it was adorable. Next thing on my list is the Festival of Food. So for those of you who might not know what that is essentially the quick service locations aboard the Wish. So they have 3 restaurants that you're scheduled to go eat in a more of a fine dining like restaurant. Then they have the Marceline Market, which is your cabanas or your buffet. We will talk about this a little bit later. But then they also have like a quick service area where you can go and just grab a burger or some pizza or whatever you want. What I love about the Festival of Foods aboard the Disney Wish is they're in one area, which is great if mom wants pizza, kid wants burger, dad wants barbecue. You can all just kind of divide and conquer right there in the same space. On some of the other ships, you have to go aft, you have to go forward, you have to go up a deck. This is all right there. So no matter what you want, pizza, burgers, they have a Mexicano cantina place in there. You can get ice cream, you can get your soda, you can get your BBQ, you can get sweet potato French fries, all in one area. So this actually is perfect for people who, I don't know, forgot to eat lunch. Perhaps you were playing in the pool a little bit longer than you thought, and all of a sudden you're like, oh dear, we need to have lunch, but the lunch place is closed. What are you gonna go do? You're gonna go eat at the Festival of Foods. Or what if your family really wanted main dining, which is the 5:30 dining, but you couldn't get it, and you had to get the 8:30 dining, which is a little too late for your kiddos. That's okay. Just feed them over at the Festival of Foods. Make sure they don't get hangry or cranky. Feed them and then take them to the dining restaurant with you later, and they can just have dessert or just nibble on their food. It doesn't matter because you fed them at the Festival of Foods. Absolutely love the Festival of Foods. Love that they're together. Love the variety. And it was actually delicious. That's right. Nina tried it out and ate at the Festival of Foods as well. So I promised I would talk about it, which is Marceline Market. Marceline Market is their cabanas. It's essentially where you will go and eat breakfast or lunch at your free will, at when you want. It's not scheduled, it's not a restaurant. But what I love about Marceline Market is the way they thought about it. They broke up the segments of the food. So they have like just a little kids area. They have just a desserts area. They had just a salads area, or just like a meat carving area or a deli area. The way that they thought about it was great. The other thing I love about Marceline Market is it's not a buffet. Even before COVID, buffets kind of made me a little germophobia. Everyone touching the same spoon, that spoon going in who knows what place, and then you're using it for your food. I love that it's more cafeteria style. So they have a crew member behind each and every kind of dish, and you tell them, I would like a bit of this. I would like some French fries. I would like a little bit of this, and they scoop it on your plate for you. So absolutely love that. I loved the variety on Marceline Market. I loved the setup actually, and I love that it's cafeteria style. And speaking of food, the other thing that Nina just has to be honest with you guys about, as you know, I have food allergies, lots of food allergies, and I'm also vegan. Well, I put the Disney Wish to the test, you guys. I am more than just 1 or 2 allergies. I have 24 different food allergies, that's right. And with that extensive list, eating out can be stressful. And with it being a newer ship and even a newer cast, I was nervous. They rocked it out, let me tell you. In fact, I think the Disney Wish dealt with my food allergies better than any Disney ship so far. And I've been on them all. That's right. So either food allergies have gotten easier, either Disney's gotten better at it, or there was something special about the Disney Wish because our servers and the chefs really did knock my socks off. And what I really loved about it is my food came pretty quickly. Usually everyone else is eating and practically have finished their food before I even get my meal. Not on the Wish, they were on it. A few times they said, ma'am, we'll get you your breakfast in 10 minutes. And it actually showed up within 10 minutes. Absolutely love that. So yeah, for food allergies, I can honestly say the Wish did a fantastic job. So those are the few kind of things I noticed on the Wish that kind of stuck out to me as being awesomely different from the other ships where they just really knocked my socks off. I mean, they really did a great job on these things. But of course, I have a list of the other direction. You can call them the cons, you can kind of call them the negatives, or you can call them the things I wish they did better. I do have a few things on that list as well, so let's hop to it. The first thing is, and I don't know if it's the Wish specific, but I did notice it pretty strongly on this cruise, is there wasn't a lot of shade, which is unfortunate because a lot of people like to sit and get a tan in the hot, hot sun. I get it. But then there's people like me who need the shade. And sometimes people like me like to sit next to the people who like the sun. And there was just really nowhere for me to go. It was either I'm baking in the sun or I'm hiding indoors. I would have loved to see a few more shady spots or even some umbrellas, which I get might be difficult on a cruise ship. But it would have been nice to have a few more awnings or some places where I could sit and get my shade and my friends could sit and get their sun. It felt really hot. The deck was really, really hot. So if you didn't have sandals or flip-flops on, you were burning your toesies. So yeah, that was one thing I noticed, is it was a very hot deck in all the areas. And we kind of explored the whole ship. So that was one thing I kind of noticed. Also the Aqua Mouse. The Aqua Mouse is the new water coaster at sea. I have a whole video on just the Aqua Mouse. Make sure you guys check that out. But the thing I really noticed is the line gets really long quick, like an hour plus. And all those people that are kind of looped around waiting for the Aqua Mouse, again, no shade for them either. They're up and down steps, they're wrapped around the deck, no shade for those poor people. And so I got to the point where I'm like, well, I can't wait for the Aqua Mouse. I can't wait an hour because I'll get burnt by the time I get there. So I purposely had to wait till the Aqua Mouse was 10 minutes or less. So I didn't bake in the sun, but it would be great if Disney installed some sort of shading or something for those people who are waiting on the Aqua Mouse, knowing, of course, people are gonna wait over an hour for like a 45-second water coaster at sea. So yeah, that's one thing I noticed, was the lack of shade. The other thing was the hyperspace lounge. As you guys know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but coming from the Galactic Star Cruiser and also coming from Olga's Cantina over at Galaxy's Edge, I can take what I have seen at those Disney venues and compare it to the Hyperspace Lounge, which is the Star Wars bar aboard the Wish. Sadly, I think they could have done better. I really do. It really kind of just felt like a bar that had a window screen that took you into hyperspace. I mean, like every 15 minutes we went into hyperspace. That was it. There was nothing really Star Warsy in there outside of some fun cocktails, some of which kind of smoked and they were very themed. Some of them were very cute. There was one that was very Yoda cute looking. And of course the $5,000 drink that everyone was up in a roar about, I went to go order it, right? Or at least ask if I could order it. And it wasn't even available. They also have a $2,000 drink, also not available. So I was very curious in why they would offer such a fancy drink, but yet it was not available for me to order it. But, in reality, I would have loved to see that Hyperspace Lounge a bit more. Just, not that you need hidden critters in the corners, but get some droids in there, or get some cool cantina music, or, an animatronic cantina character, something. It just felt a little bit too much like a regular bar with a few Star Warsian booth-like seats and fancy drinks. The menu is super cool. The menu, you can learn all about the different space ports throughout Star Wars, as that's what the drinks were named after. But I felt like they could do better. Having done the Star Cruiser and having done Olga Cantina, I felt like the Hyperspace Lounge could have just been more Star Warsian than it was, if that's a word. Star Warsian, let's hope so. Other kind of downside, unfortunately, is the shopping. So even though I'm gonna show you all the things I got, I think everyone was so freaking out about getting inaugural merchandise that the shopping was insane. So insane that I didn't even film it. There were just too many people. People were just grabbing stuff, holding stuff. The line wrapped around the entire store, even went out the doors. It took forever for us to check out. Most of the stuff was gone by the first night. Yeah, some of that stuff is gone instantly. So if you want a few particular things, you got to get them fast. I just feel like it shouldn't have to be that way, right? You should be able to kind of shop at your leisure. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if that's going to be true for the Disney Wish, at least within the next few cruises, because everyone is after that inaugural merch. Again, I'm hoping it's not just a bunch of eBay resells, but just kind of know that going into it, that the merch is going fast. The other thing I noticed that's kind of definitely on the cons list is the TV. So in your main normal stateroom, the TV is directly in front of the queen bed, the main bed, right? The master bed. The TV is directly in front of that. Great. The person who's sitting in the bed can watch TV. Unfortunately, that TV does not move. It does not swivel. On the other 4 ships, that TV is kind of in the dresser living room area, and it swivels, which means if the kids are sleeping on the bunk, you can kind of swivel the TV for them to watch, kind of like as a good night. And then when they're asleep, you can swivel it towards yourself in the master room area and watch whatever you want to watch. It was kind of a nice feature to be able to swivel the TV depending on who's watching what and when. Well, the Disney Wish did not do that. They only have one giant flat screen TV, and it only faces the main bed. So even though people on the bunk can kind of sort of see it, it's not something as easy as you can totally swivel and prevent them from seeing it, or swivel the other direction where only they can see it. So that's just kind of a bummer right there, was the TV set and how it doesn't swivel. The other thing we noticed aboard the Disney Wish is it was just hot. Just so hot. And I get it's a new ship and they were probably learning how to regulate the temperature, but it seemed like no matter where we went, including inside our stateroom, it was just hot. Everywhere we went, it was hot. I felt like I was getting 24-hour, hot flashes everywhere I went. It was so bad that one of my stateroom mates did have to go to guest services, complain about the temperature, for which they kept calling us, asking us, well, did we fix it? Did we fix it? So they're trying, guys. The Disney Wish is trying. The crew members are trying, but it was indeed hot aboard the Wish, which is unfortunate because you just were on Castaway Cay all morning and you burnt yourself into a crisp, and then you go to your stateroom and it's even hotter. So hopefully, yes, they can work on that. The other downside to me, and this is me being picky, is I was disappointed in the soda machine options. It was literally like 3 different flavors of Coke, Sprite, ginger ale, water. I don't think lemonade. Nina doesn't like Coke. Nina doesn't really drink Sprite. I was really hoping for more variety. I mean, it's a new ship. Couldn't you give us a couple more flavors? Again, I'm being picky. Even like a Fanta orange would have been great. I would have loved a cherry Coke. They had Coke Zero, Diet Coke, Original Coke. Would it have hurt to just toss in a cherry Coke? And I know it's asking too much, but for my favorite, really, Dr. Pepper, I would love Dr. Pepper aboard one of these ships one of these days. But seriously, it did kind of bum me out because I don't drink a lot of soda. But with all the rocking of the ship and, after being burnt on Castaway Cay, sometimes I just wanted a little bubbly. Also, I was wearing the patch, which gives me dry mouth, and I really wanted just some carbonation. And unfortunately, they didn't have a flavor I really enjoyed. So yeah, that would have been nice if they could have added a few more flavors within the soda machine. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, the soda machine is complimentary. It's not like Royal Caribbean. You do not need a drink package. The other thing, which is kind of big for a lot of people actually, is there is no walking deck. What does that mean? Well, the other 4 ships among the fleet, I think it's usually deck 4, you can basically walk the whole circumference of the ship one level. So people can walk it a few times. Some people might jog it depending on what time of day it is, but it's a nice way for you to kind of get in your exercise. It's especially great for people who are training for a marathon. Unfortunately, the Disney Wish does not have that. They do not have a deck that kind of goes a full circle that you can kind of walk or jog. You can kind of sort of go to deck 4 and go up a few stairs and go around and then down some more stairs and try to do it that way, but it's not a full complete walking deck is what they usually call it. So unfortunately, I don't know why Disney chose not to put that in, but it is making a few people a little upset. I will say that my family always uses the walking deck. Not because we're training for a marathon, but usually after dinner, we like to kind of walk off our food. Maybe the kids will have ice cream or dessert, and we love to walk the deck. Some of the ships, the walking deck actually kind of shows you some like back lot areas where you can kind of see some engineering mechanics of the ship. My kids love that area. So it was a little unfortunate that the Disney Wish does not have that walking deck. And the last thing I kind of noticed as a con was actually the adult space. So all the decks kind of have adult only space among the ship, which is great, especially when you are adults only and you don't have kids and you just kind of want a kid-free zone, right? I felt the space aboard the Wish was kind of small actually compared to the other ships of the fleet. And it was hot. So it was kind of in the corner and it was hot and it was small and it was narrow and our pool bar wasn't very big. And I know it sounds like I'm just kind of nitpicking, but for the adults that kind of like to escape from the kiddie area, I just felt like I was kind of crunched in there with all the other adults. It would have been nice to have a larger space like the other ships. Also, in the evening, there are usually a few, one or two adult nightclub-like spaces aboard the ships for the adults to have like a dance party or a disco or whatever we're doing, silence dance party. They didn't really have that aboard the Wish. And yes, they had space that you could have a dance party, but it just wasn't the same. So it's kind of like they took out space that was adult only and they gave you some more teen space or some more family space. But yeah, it was just something I noticed. So for those of you who are looking for an adult only cruise, kid-free kind of thing, yeah, just know that about the Wish, that the adult only space, although similar to the other ships, just felt smaller and more crunched. I felt like we were, like the adult only, we were packed in like sardines as the rest of the ship felt kind of open and breezy. I felt like we were kind of just crammed in there, unfortunately, for the adults only. But that is it for my pros and cons, my pluses and my minuses. But I have one area of the ship where I'm not sure where to put it. So maybe you guys can help me out. I don't know if this is a plus or a minus or a pro or a con. I'm really kind of confused if I love it or I hate it. You ready for it? It's in our stateroom and it's the new mini fridge. Typically, the ships have a regular mini fridge, right? Well, not on the Wish. Your mini fridge is a drawer you actually pull out, and it's perfect for cans and champagne and beer and wine and all those great things. But I found it rather difficult to stack plates. So if you're someone who likes to go to the Cabanas or the, Marceline Market or the Festival of Foods and bring back food and stick it in the fridge, I found this drawer fridge kind of more difficult for that. It was definitely better suited for people who bring, the water and the beer and the wine. So again, I'm not sure if it's a plus or minus. Maybe you can help me decide. But yeah, that was kind of like a medium area aboard the ship that I just wasn't sure what to think about it. It was definitely cool, but do I love it or hate it? Not sure. But enough of that, guys, right? Let's get into what Nina bought aboard the Wish. So we're gonna have to make it quick because this video is already getting long, I know. So we're gonna start with what I bought at Disney World first, right? Just gonna show you real quick. Got a new pair of ears, guys. Actually, I got a few new pairs of ears, but I bought this pair because I thought it would be perfect for a Disney cruise. How cute are these? These are the new pirate ears. I got them over at the Pirates of the Caribbean. They're actually on Shop Disney right now as well, but I thought they would be perfect for Disney Cruise Line for Pirate Night, right? Aren't those adorable? Next pair I got were these. These are the new Ewok ears. Aren't they cute? Of course, I had to own them. They have a little Ewok feature right there. But yeah, these are the new Ewok Wicket ears. Aren't those cute? The other pair I got right here is for my Disneyland trip, which is coming soon. But I got the Main Street Electrical Parade ears. Of course, featuring Elliot, who is my favorite. There's actually a back side. It says Main Street Electrical Parade on them. And these are Loungefly ears. These are also $39.99. So let's get into the Wish merchandise, shall we? So in the gift shop aboard the Wish, I only bought 4 items. I was trying to be good, guys. First thing, I got the Disney Wish ears. I was looking for something that said inaugural, and these absolutely do on the back, which I'll show you guys in a picture. And they say Disney Wish on the side, which is great, and inaugural on the back. So that was kind of the key thing. And I think that was the merchandise that went the quickest, was anything that said inaugural. Next up is, I just had to, you could get this in Mickey or Minnie, or should I say Captain Mickey or Captain Minnie. How cute is this? This, of course, is Minnie. There's her eyelashes right there. She is from the Make-A-Wish collection, which means some of the proceeds do go help support Make-A-Wish. She was $24.99, but isn't she cute? But she's complete here with her little dress and her little high heel shoes. Aren't those great? But because I said I wanted inaugural, on the bottom of her foot, it says it right there. So absolutely had to get Minnie, and like I said, they have a Mickey as well. I debated on which one to get or if I need both. But since I'm feeling pro girl, I absolutely love that they made Minnie Mouse a captain. So she is Captain Minnie. Absolutely adorable. Had to get her. And the next two items I got were actually two items that sold out that night. The first night they sold out. So again, going with my inaugural merch, I bought a Tervis cup. This sold out instantly. It was $27.99. It's kind of hard to see, but it does say the Disney Wish. It does say inaugural on it. And it has Mickey on one side, or Captain Mickey. And it is a Make-A-Wish collection. And it is a Tervis. So yeah, this sold out right away. So if this is something you are after, get it the second that shop opens, which is Mickey's Main Sale is the name of the gift shop. Yeah, you want to get it right away. And the last thing I kind of paid for was this. This also sold out instantly. I'm glad I got it. But it's a blanket. It says the Wish. Of course, it says inaugural on it right there. I love the Disney Cruise Line blankets. This one was $45, but that's it right there. The Disney Cruise Line blankets are always so soft and so fuzzy, and I absolutely love them. So I was excited to pick that up. So I do have a picture that shows all the kind of Disney Wish merchandise they had in the store, so you guys can go ahead and take a look at that. But because we were on the pre-inaugural sailing, all the staterooms had, kind of free gifts in their stateroom. So we got a really awesome tote. We got some wine goblets, we got a water bottle, and a few other things. And because I was sharing the room with 4 ladies, well, myself included, so 3 other ladies, we decided to kind of divvy up the merchandise and everyone just kind of take a pick. Well, I picked a few different things that maybe other people aren't showing off. So here you go. I picked a book on making the Disney Wish. Absolutely super cool book. It talks all about making the wish and all the little decisions that they made and everything that's inside of it. I thought it was a cool book that my kids would love to read and kind of do some research on. And this, of course, is some of the crew behind the book here. But it's a pretty sweet book. It's actually pretty thick, and it's got a bunch of pages in here, like I said, talks all about the wish and the building of it all and all that great stuff. And then the other thing I picked was this. It says the Disney Wish, and they're actually sunglasses that say the Disney Wish as well. So they're not amazing sunglasses, but I thought they were pretty cool. So now me or one of the kids can wear these, and yeah, we can showcase the wish while wearing our sunglasses. Pretty sweet, right? So of course, while I was aboard, there were a few little things I kind of picked up. Just gonna show them off. I picked up a brochure, which of course works out great for me since I am a travel agent right here. But I specifically love this brochure because it talks about all the different staterooms, which I will have a video showcasing all the stateroom options because I did film all the different staterooms, including the royal suites. So yeah, that video is coming soon. And of course, my boss picked this up. It's just kind of a little notebook, but it also says the wish on there, and it comes with a fun pen. So that's just kind of a fun little keepsake. And then the last night, this showed up on our bed. It says the Disney Wish, and inside it is a artist rendering of the ship. But what I love about it is all the detailing inside the ship. They even have fish extenders and kids meeting characters and all this great stuff. So this kind of showed up in our stateroom. Absolutely love this. So that'll make a really excellent keepsake. And of course, I don't know if you've seen this from other people, but as soon as we boarded the ship, they gave everyone a wand. So we could kind of bippity boppity boop ourselves into the wish and make our dreams come true and any wishes we want to make. So yeah, that is basically all the stuff I got on the wish. I saw some really amazing magnets, keychains, and ornaments, but when it comes down to it, I have a lot of those things. So I really felt like I had to edit while shopping, because really I could have just bought it all, but I had to be careful. I know I'll wear the ears, right? So yeah, but anyway, guys, sorry this video got so long. I guess I had a lot more pros and cons to talk about than I thought. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you loved a little sneak peek into the merchandise I picked up over on the Disney Wish. And like I said, if you are interested in sailing the Disney Wish or any of the other ships among the fleet, let me know, because I can book it for you. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, or at least found it helpful if you are headed aboard the Wish and you kind of wanted to know the pros and cons, at least what I thought the pros and cons were. But yeah, so let me know in the comments, guys, a cooler that's a drawer, plus or negative? I still can't decide. I thought it was really, really great since we do board the ships with water and beer. But yet again, I like to pick up food, you know, at the marketplace and kind of keep them in the refrigerator. So I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments what you think about the refrigerator drawer. But as always, guys, mahalo for watching. Nina out.